Hello, friends and family. I missed you guys as far as just sitting down and having a chit chat with you instead of anything heavy. The reason I do some of these videos, um, like about real estate and things like this, they're called evergreen videos, meaning they are going to be like a chit chat. People are not going to be looking that up. I mean, how many people are going to go chit chat? They're not going to do that. But you subscribers, you know what that means, and you'll click on it and watch it. But at the Evergreen, they're on there for years. And like with real estate, where people are thinking about selling their homes, they might not be wanting to do that right now, but they will be. So it's something that helps me, and I did gain some new subscribers. By the way, I'm getting close to 15,000 subscribers. Wow, it's taken a long time to get here. It really is. I see some of these people who have 100,000. You're like, oh my goodness. So it's been about 3 years for me, just to. So I need 65 more. So if you haven't subscribed, do me a favor and subscribe, okay? Just that way you won't miss any any of my videos, and it never costs you anything. Never will. So if you're ever concerned about that. Well, we had some excitement around here day before yesterday. We had a storm come through, which I didn't think too much of. You get them once in a while. But we lost our electric for about 3 hours. It's amazing how hard it is to live for 3 hours without a TV, without the news, without Alexa, without music, with you can't go on Facebook. I was working on a video. I was working on this video. No, it was my last video. Yeah, I was working on the video and I couldn't finish it. And we have this thing called Next Door, and I was putting a little video on there, and I wrote something about the mother deer and baby playing in the puddles out here. But it went up, but I couldn't put the video on, so I bet they were thinking, "What the heck?" Just a title and nothing. And I couldn't even talk to him, tell him anything. But anyways, it was out for like 3 hours. And after 3 hours, the electric came back on. Well, but I couldn't get the modem going. If the modem's not working, there's no TV, there's no internet of any. I mean, you can't do anything. I'm like, oh no, and that was the thing I really missed. So I kept playing around with it, unplugging it, waiting, plugging it back in. I mean, everything you could think of, checking the back, everything. So finally, Mr. Bill called Xfinity, and she's telling us to do all these things that we already did. And then, of course, they say, make sure all your cables are finger tight. I knew they were. Nobody's been back there, but I did it, and I checked. Well, we've done all that. Okay, I'm going to send you a signal. Oh, something's wrong. The signal is not going through. So we'll have to send someone out. So now we had to wait till the next day to do that. And so a young man came out. He goes, he was testing the modem. He goes, there's nothing wrong with the modem. He goes, it's something going on outside. And I said, well, we didn't have any trouble with it until the storm. The electric came back on, but the modem wouldn't. I mean, but the light's on the modem, so we're like, what is going on? So he went outside, and I have to go get it to show you, and I'll show you what he found. Okay, I'm back. This. See it? All right. This was hit by lightning right there. Look at it. Melted the whole thing. and there was a plastic sleeve around this. It disintegrated the sleeve completely. So he had to cut it off. Here, he cut it off and put a new end on it. And then he replaced all the mechanisms inside. I didn't see it, but everything inside the box. This was outside. The lightning hit it. Ba-boom. Okay. But I was thinking, oh, hope he's not going to go, well, I don't have one of those things with me. You have to wait till tomorrow or whatever. You know how that goes. But it wasn't. He had everything and he fixed it. It was like, oh, good. We couldn't wait to put the TV back on and for me to go in and finish my YouTube. It's kind of scary how we are so addicted to, you know, I mean, we can't help it. We're just raised around it now. We have it. It's everything. It's part of everything. You have to keep up with it. And it's hard to keep up with everything now because things are changing so quickly. I shouldn't have thrown that there. That don't look good. There. I'll say, what else? All right. Then, after the storm, well, we had no electric for a while. So we were looking out the window here we live on the golf course, for those of you who don't know. And the rain was coming down so hard. Okay, I'm going to put that video on right now. All right, so after the rain, there was no electric on yet for a while. So we're on the back porch and looking out the window. And I said, oh, look. And there was a mother deer with her baby. It was, not a real young baby, but it still had the spots. And they were acting so crazy, jumping up in the air and twirling around and stuff. And we're like, what are they doing? And then Mr. Brill, after I took a video of it through the window and I handed it to Mr. Bill and he says, oh, you can see the water splash and they're playing in puddles. It rained that hard for it to puddle out there in the golf course. It takes a lot of rain for it to do that. So that's what they were doing. It was so cute. So here's the video of that. Well, looks like we're getting a good rain out here. Hear it? See, my zinnias are laying down there on the deck. Uh-oh, my big tomatoes ready to go over. It's leaning. Maybe that railing will hold it up. Seems like everybody's getting a lot of rain. Wow. Hope all the golfers got off the course okay. I'm shooting. The mom's playing, look, yeah. I'm shooting this from our sunroom. Whoop, dog. It's a deer going potty. So I'll shoot you see the baby. We just had a big rain, so you could see all the leaves out here. And the deer came out. That was the mother. She's acting like the baby. For some reason, they're in a real good mood about, oh, there goes the baby.
Just wonder if there's something in the
I don't know. They're really,
fairway, the grass that's making them.
I don't know. Must be the rain on the fairway, I suppose. They're feeling feeling good. They're feeling good. I hear the thunder out there still, off in a distance. the deer hear the thunder too. Standing there listening. Yeah, the baby still has the spots on it. Well, okay, I'm going to shut it off if they're not going to do anything, but who knows? Probably they shut it off, they will. That was cute, wasn't it? I went to the Goat Cafe with some of my neighbor ladies. We were seeing off Heather, a friend of ours who was going to Scotland for a while. We're just kind of saying goodbye to her. And while I was there, there's a little gift shop that's connected to it. And so I walked in there and I was just kind of looking around and I looked down on the shelf and there were only 2 puzzles. Now think about this. 2 puzzles. And one said Olivia, and the one next to it, and I'm going to show a picture of it, said Blake. I'm like, I'm getting ready to go to Indiana. We're in Tennessee. I live in Tennessee. We're going to Indiana for her wedding. Olivia, my granddaughter's wedding, and she's marrying Blake. I don't know. That was just so weird to see that. Okay, then. Okay, but I'll show you the picture of that. All right, and I'll be back. Oh, here's a picture I got to show you of my green peppers have been doing so good. It's so nice to go out there and I was making something, some fajitas or something, and I needed a green pepper. And I thought I had some in the refrigerator, one of them from my deck, and there was none left. And I go, oh, there's another one out there. Tomatoes, the little tomatoes, the salad tomatoes. Oh my goodness, I've abundance of those. But those German tomatoes that I was growing, they've been very slow to ripen. The plant was huge. It has a lot of tomatoes on it, but most of them, not all of them, but most of them have what they call black bottom. And from what I understand, it's from maybe a lack of calcium. It's just not coming up through the stems. And I did feed them, so I'm not going to buy those again next year. And then I bought the celebrities. Very slow ripening this year. Lots of tomatoes on it. Tomato plant's sturdy and nice. I don't know what. It seems like I've heard other people say that it's not been a real good year for tomatoes. So those of you who, well, of course you're not in this area, but anybody from Tennessee growing tomatoes there? I don't know if it's the weather or what. I mean, we have them and we've been eating them. We've been having BLTs and stuff, but just something's not quite right. Oh, I ran across a painting. When you're on Facebook, they keep bringing up memories from who knows a few years back, and it popped up a painting that I did for my great niece Dana. It was she asked me if I would paint a picture of her bouquet, wedding bouquet. So I did 2 different ones, and then she picked the one she liked, and that popped up, and so I'll share that with you. We had, I can't tell all of it really, but we had a bad experience with getting a handyman to come out and fix the seal on the bottom of our garage door. It's, a big garage door. And the seal is uh, kind of pieces out of it and it's real old. And we were thinking about like calling a regular garage door company, but like thinking, oh, they would probably charge more. I could just get a handyman. And besides that, there's some seals that need to be changed on the 2 other doors, entrance doors to our house. So I don't know if the garage door guys would do that. They probably just do garage. You know how you're thinking all this stuff. So on the next door thing, I found a name of a guy someone recommended. Oh wow, you can't go by that because you don't know who did that. It could even be their wife or their mother or who knows. Puts a recommendation on there. Gosh. So yeah, he came out and he was so dirty. I mean, I understand when somebody's on a job. He'd been on a job before he came here, but this was dirt that has been there for a very, very long time. You could smell him. You could smell the dirt on him, like greasy and dirt and ripped. The whole seat of his pants was ripped out. And I guess he said something to Bill about he ripped his pants. I mean, but the knees were, wow. Okay, this guy really smells. And as he's walking through our living room, the dirt was falling off of him. As a matter of fact, we had to get the broom and dustpan out after he left. And like, he's here. It's like, oh, he didn't seem like he knew what he was doing or could even discuss it. And then he didn't know how. He said that his phone, he dropped his phone and cracked the screen, so he can't make any phone calls for estimates. And he said that he got hit in the eye with a piece of concrete, and then he goes, "Is my eye swelled? Look at my eye." And then he said the hood blew off of his truck. And what else was it? I don't know. He had trouble with the motor on his truck. He was just saying that everything he touched and everything was going wrong, and but mumbling. He was mumbling like I could. It was hard to understand him. Kind of bad looking guy. I don't know how old he was. Could be 20s, maybe. I'm not sure. But he just sat cross-legged up on our deck playing with a dog, and then when I got him to sit down for estimate, wanted to do, he just gave me a price for everything. And I go, could you break that down? Give me an estimate on paper. He didn't seem to know how to do it, but he had like a little thing with paper, like you would write up an estimate, and it kind of opened up like a little desk, and he just opened it briefly. And when he did, I seen 3 bottles of it looked like whiskey, little bottles of whiskey, like you get on an airplane maybe. And I'm like, I don't know. I was thinking, is he on drugs? But sometimes, maybe when somebody's having mental problems or stuff, maybe that they kind of, I don't know. I just wanted to get rid of him. And finally, I said, I was even loaning him my phone. I was sitting next to him, loaning my phone to call Lowe's, and I had my speaker on. And then when it went through to Lowe's, he goes, "Oh, that's the loudest phone I ever heard." And I go, "Well, the speaker's on." Then he kept touching stuff and messing it up, and I had to call back again for him. He just didn't know how to even call Lowe's or anything. Fine. I said, and he was gonna like call 2 or 3 places, I guess. So I said, maybe you could do this when you get home. You know, you could make these phone calls and then just get back with me. And then, and then he looked at me and he said, "Is everything all right with you?" Oh my goodness. So then that was on the sun porch. So he had to come through the house to leave, but then he's not leaving right away. He's watching television. He's like not sitting down, he's standing there like he's never seen a TV. And he's playing with the dog again. Like, oh my goodness. I won't tell you the rest. I can't. But it was an experience. Okay. All right. What else? Alterations. So I bought a dress from Macy's for my granddaughter's wedding. It's a deep navy, and hopefully I'll remember when I get dressed for the wedding. to take some videos. I don't know what to do about my hair. I don't want to go in and get it cut. I don't trust anyone here. I don't know. I don't have a hairdresser because I never go get anything done. I'm not getting it colored because this is the natural color. It's going to stay like that. And then if I go get it cut and it's too much, I'm going to like wish I hadn't touched it all because you can't put it back on. And, can you wear a formal dress with your hair down? I don't know. But I somehow, maybe I'll figure out a way to wear it up. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I mean, do you have to wear your hair up to a formal when you're wearing a formal? I don't know. Maybe not. Things change. You know how that goes. So I'd lost some weight. So I think I've lost about 11 pounds. And I thought maybe the dress is not going to fit. Well, they're just taking it in a tiny bit on each side. Still fits nicely, but it is too long. So she is hemming that up for me. It's so nice to have somebody do that stuff for you. And then I had a dress that I had bought on Amazon 3 years ago that I've never worn. I was going to marry Bill in it with a pair of cowboy boots down here in Tennessee. And it's just an inexpensive, simple dress. But I always felt like it just didn't fit real good. It just seemed too big. But she pulled it up like this and like, oh, that looks so much better. And there was a lot that she's going to have to cut off the bottom part. So that was when I was a runaway bride. If you guys have never seen that video, it's on there. So let's see what else. Basic. Oh yeah. So Bill's suit, his pants still fit him, although he's lost, but they just was adjusting the sleeves. Oh, what was I going to tell you? Hold on, I got to think a minute. Okay, I remember now. I was going to ask you guys something. It's crazy. I wanted to order a new white shirt for Bill for his suit for the wedding. Long sleeve shirt. So I decided, well, I'm going to measure him. I go, what size, what length, what sleeve size do you have? What's the length of your sleeve? He didn't know. So we started looking through his clothes. We couldn't find anything. I go, well, wait. And I'm trying to find my tape measure, a dressmaker's tape measure. So I've got it. Now, I asked the ladies this question I'm going to ask you. I asked the ladies when we went to the Goat Cafe. And they did this. They would have done the same thing I did. Where have I been all my life? So I proceeded to measure his arm. And I started right here at the seam and measured all the way down to his wrist. It measured 22 inches. I'm like, 22 inches? That sounds like, what is that dinosaur? Wait, the one that has the little arms. Tyrannus Rex, maybe? I don't know. But the one that has a little T-Rex. It has a little arms. Like, what the heck? This don't sound right. Let me do that again. Measured it again. 22 inches. Okay. Wow. Then I start looking at the measurements on Amazon where you can order the shirt. I went with the next size. That was no problem. But 22 inch, you can't find those. I'm like, this just don't sound right. So then you can go in there and it shows about measuring, how to measure. I mean, all you who know probably think I am really crazy. I know. With a man's shirt, you measure from their spine Okay, it's fine. Hold the tape measure there, and then bring it on down, and then let the arm be bent a little bit, so like he'll have room to bend his arm. Bring it on down to here, but from the spine all the way down, that's the measurement. Oh, her finger. But anyway, I can't think what it ended up being. What, I don't know what it was, but it was not. It was 30 something. But I'm like, oh my goodness! So I ordered, I went by that, ordered it, and his shirt fits perfect. Ta-da! So that's one thing out of the way. But let me know if you knew that. Now, don't be honest with me. Did you know that's how you measure? I don't know. Well, it was just nice having a chit chat with you guys. So, if this is not too long, this whole video, I'm thinking it's going to be. I might have to do it another one if I was going to have a little bit of a Bible study with you. Okay, guys, I hope you're having a good Sunday, and I hope your troubles are few. I really do. And remember, be kind to everyone because everybody's having a tough time. Okay, God bless you. Love you all. Bye bye. Good morning. I remembered to hurry up in here and take a little video before I leave for church. This is that little sweater I showed you before. Well, I have just an inexpensive little dress that with the pockets that I've had for quite some time. I got on Amazon, but it's sleeveless. I'll show it to you. It's very comfortable. But, 82-year-old arms are not good to wear showing, so. But it's going to be 90 today, so I'll just take the sweater with me. Once again, I'm wearing those little kitten heels. You guys have this in the summertime. You sit out on the deck and you have like brown legs in the front and white legs in the back. And then I haven't even had it out this year, but one of those zero gravity chairs. Well, you can lay in it on your back, but you can't lay out on your stomach. So for the wedding that's coming up, I got some tanning stuff just for the bottom of my legs because there's a slit in the dress, not real high, but enough to show your leg. So I thought I'll try it. So last night I put a little bit of it on. I don't know. Probably think I need another coat, but it's a little tip for you. So, yeah, I felt a little discombobulated with the colors today. There's pink in here and a little bit of blue. It's the navy dress. So I ended up with this purse again, but see, it's got some brown on it. I don't want that to show. So I think I'll carry my purse like that, which is that side showing. All right. Oh, and same old little $7 necklace. And silver earrings. Okay, have a blessed day, you guys. I'm going to try to do a chit chat later on.